welcome back to my channel and to Scrap Stash and Mayhem. And I have been working with masterboards. I'm holding a workshop in the fall, and it's going to be all about masterboards and what not to do with them. But I thought this one I would share with you because I was doing it and this idea came to my head. Anyways, so I've got book pages and I got a deconstructed envelope. And then I bought a package of material, and there was 4 pieces in here. Oh, and it's just so pretty. But these are the ones that are the half cuts, right? That I can't get a full piece on. So I thought, well, let's use those. So I'm going to put this aside. Oops. Might use that, might not. That was an extra piece that ended up there. And then I have this lace that I bought years ago. Okay, so getting to this. So I thought what I'd do first is, because when you see the envelope, and it's going to be beautiful, but I don't want a white background here. So I thought, let's just put a book page in there. And this just almost... not quite. So we'll do it this way. I'm okay with that. I am going to get my trusty ruler because I thought that page would fit in there. I did, but it doesn't. So I am going to just take and rip some of this off. Now this, it's not going to matter if it doesn't go right to the very bottom, because you might see it, but I'm guessing you probably won't. And if we did this, we could go like so, line it up like that, and then just rip this little piece off. Or you could measure and you could cut. Me no. Me no. Me nay. Okay, and I didn't have my glue down, so this could be tricky. Getting my glue down, you know how it is. And I'm going to make sure that my edges are glued very well, so that none of that gets, nothing gets hooked on there as you're trying to fill the envelope. Yeah, I struggled yesterday. I was thinking about today and what was I going to do? What was I going to do for Scrap Stash and Mayhem? And I struggled with it. And I told my husband, I just don't know what to do. He kind of, whatever. Whatever. Don't know what you're talking about. And then this morning I was cleaning up my desk, and then I thought, oh, this came to my mind because I had just received this material, and that's where the inspiration for this came from. Okay. A fair amount on there, and no, but this one, nope, can't do that either. Gotta do it all running the wrong way. I'm okay with that. Whatever. Make sure that it still holds. There we go. Okay, so I am going to take my scissors and trim this off. Today is also my Craft and Chat day, which I'm excited for. We'll get together and have a lot of giggles, sometimes some tears, and some crafting. It's always fun to craft together, I think. Okay, so there we go. And I wonder if I have enough ink here just to give that a little bit of inking before we do the next step. And I'm going to, I have it right here. I have my ink pad right here. Let's just do the whole thing. So what I'm going to do now is, just in case there's little bits of pieces that show through once we're done, I'll ink them now, and then that way I don't think there will be, but just in case. Better safe than sorry, because once we have this put together, I don't think you're going to be able to ink it very well. That's not going to happen. Okay. Then I thought what would be nice is to take and just run some book pages across here. Now these ones we can run any which way. I'm going to stay away from the folds on this just because, and this is just really just in case there's a background where I put the lace. Instead of looking at the white envelope, you're looking at a little bit of book page. This is going to be a very hardy envelope by the time we're done with it, but it's going to be gorgeous. I have a vision in my head. I do. Yeah, we're just going to place that right like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to stay away from my edges where I fold. Just like so. I am going to, let's see, just like so. I have one side or the other. Let's share that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. This here, I am going to try over the fold and see if it really makes that big of a difference. I think as long as you do keep working it so that it will be it will fold easy, I'm sure. We're going to try it anyways. And we're just going to do this and this. And I should have actually glued the envelope, not the paper, but we'll just do that. There. Let me turn that off. You can fast forward me. I'll never know till it gets to a part that you want to see, or just craft along with me. Okay, there we go. And we're going to do the same thing on this one. As long as I have enough book pages, we're good to go. Because I have a shortage of book pages, you know. That was a hint of sarcasm. So next week, I actually got 2 ideas. So for next week, I have a really cool one. I still have to iron out a few things, but it'll be really worth your watch. At least I think so. I know the summer is hitting now, the beautiful weather. Who wants to be inside crafting? We've come on we had such a heat spell. And today it's just finally, so far, it's just finally bearable. We are fortunate enough to have air conditioning. But for those who do not, oh, that must have been nasty. Okay, so we got this, we got this. So now we're just going to do these 2 pieces, and then we can move on to the next stage, which I am really excited about. And I think I'm just going to put this one on there, and It doesn't go all the way, and I'm okay with that. So I am going to just do about here and here. Here and here, just like so. I think I went too far with the glue on that side. I did. But we'll just wipe off what we don't need. Glue off my fingers. Even this in itself looks very pretty. At this stage in the game, you could use your stamps, you could use your paints, many things you could do with this at this stage of the game. And it would be beautiful too. Of course, I would, if that's what I was going to do, I would have made sure that I didn't have all those white pieces in there and whatnot. So with this one, I'm going to do the whole thing like this, because I got a full page for book pages. So what my plan is for this little gem of an envelope is I'm not going to be able to finish it today on camera, and you'll find out why real soon. But I am going to take it, and this will be my project at Craft and Chat today. And as you can see, I inked really basically for no reason at all. No reason at all. Okay, so our envelope goes like that. There we go. All right, let's get to the fun stuff now. So I'm going to do this. And I am just going to start with my material here. And I'm just going to go from one end to the next. This glue works very well on material. This glue, actually, I haven't found something yet that it doesn't work on. Yeah, you could take and smear this. You could thin this down, which is maybe what I might do, because I think this is going to be overkill. More than what's needed. And I don't want it seeping through. I'm just going to make sure everything is covered. And where's my lace? Well, you know, what we might do here is take like this and then put a piece of lace over top of that. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I'm going to cut this one piece here. There we go. I'm going to cut this piece off first. Don't cut your fingers. There you go. These scissors are not the best scissors to cut with. I'll try some other ones later. Okay, so I am still keeping my envelope this way because I want to make sure that I know which side is the right side up. And that worked okay. I'll glue this down here. And we'll still see the book page in between. Yeah. Do I want to? I think I'm going to try to stay away from that edge. This one's, no, they're both the same size. Okay. I'm going to try to stay away from this, where the flip here, the envelope flip. Let's stay away from that because I think it might, what's a frayed edge up? Is this a picky or what? I think if I covered that, it might make it so that it was harder to fold because it's material. So I'm just going to keep it as this way. And I'm going to get this way so I know what I'm doing. And we're taking it right. No, did I? Yeah? Yeah, I did. Okay. And I am going to leave that little bit for now. Oh, well, you know what? It bends okay. Well, you know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I am going to get the glue off my finger again. And then this is just going to go right in there like that. And then we still see the print. I like that. And I am just going to run it through right here. Good thing this glue dries clear. And I'm just going to smear that once again. There we go. And then we're just going to place that right like that. Just like that. Okay, get the glue off my fingers. So, hopefully I have enough material for this. I'm sure I do. Otherwise I might have to cut some more. So we're just going to do this. Like so. And we'll put a little more glue right here. There we go. Let's give it a little bit. All right. So now we're going to find a different piece here. This is so beautiful. Oh, look at this. Is wide enough. It will go right to the end. All right. I like that. So we're just going to take it right up to here. Glue. Wrap that over here a little bit more to cover that edge right there. There we go. Push that in there really well. These scissors. Oh, I wonder. This is a little scissor sharpener. See if it works. I don't even know if it's how many times you're supposed to do this, but let's see. Mind you, I have so much glue on these. They probably need cleaning more than sharpening, but that's all right. Let's see if that did anything. Oh. Well, it did. There we go. A little better. Okay. Well, let's get this end trimmed as well. There we go. Okay, and then we can take our lace and go in here again. Pretty, pretty. All right. And just going to put that right about like so. Try to get rid of that when it's stuck onto your fingers because you got too much glue. All right. Well, that really actually did work very well. The sharpening. The cleaning would probably really work very well too. There you go. There you go. Come on. There we go. All right. Pretty so far. Okay, so we have this done, and once there we go. This goes this way. Just like so. So we are going to do this end now. And see what pieces did we use. This piece? No. Look at this. Look at, isn't that beautiful? Oh. When I thought I had something in mind when I was buying this, and I thought it was just all one style. And when I opened it up, I went, this is a big piece. And then I started looking at it closer. I went, oh, this is, oh, there's more in here. So it was a good surprise for me. Okay, so I'm going to just put you like so, and the lace can go over the you know, that thingy. And while I'm here, I'm going to do this next piece, and we can cut everything all together. I'm just going to do that piece too, because I know I'm going to need it. Okay, so we're going to put the lace about like so, I think. Like that. And then our lace. Like so, and then I'm going to cut this off because I need a second row of lace here. Right in here. So this lace that I bought, it was when I first started out in my junk journaling world. And once I got a little more into it, I didn't like this lace anymore. I liked other laces, more that was more cotton laces. And so this one kind of got these got pushed to the side. And I found them the one day, and I went, you know, I should use these because in their own way, they're very pretty. Just not what my tastes are anymore. Okay, so I am going to take and flip this over. And we're just going to cut it just like so. And get my scissors underneath it properly. Yeah, I think my scissors just need a really good cleaning. Which maybe before I go to Craft and Chat today, I will do that. I get quiet when I'm trying to cut, apparently. So once all this glue dries, this is going to be a very solid envelope. It'd be great to give to somebody with a card inside as a little gift. How pretty that is. And we might have to take and glue that down a little bit. Let's just take a little bit of glue here. That's what's moving on us. Just a little bit. A little dab will do ya. Doesn't have to be anything. My ribbon is crooked, I see. I don't want crooked ribbon. There we go. Get down in there. We'll leave that dry that way. Okay, so now we have this one to do. This is our closure, our flap. Okay, have I used every piece in here? I really like this one. I really like that one. Oh, it was such a nice surprise. It really was. Okay, so I am going to just glue the whole thing because I will need glue everywhere. Glue it once and then you don't have to muck with it anymore. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to, look at this, it's so pretty. I think this is the one that we had planned on using. I don't know, but we're going to leave a little bit of space there for the lace. Oh, get it on this straight. There we go. Straight. There we go. And then just a little chunk piece here. Oh, here. Oh. Nope. Here, this one here. I'll just do this one. I'll get my strings off of there. And just do that. And then a little piece of lace. Like so. Okay, let's just cut this up here. It's not going to stick there while you're doing that. Get that off there. Yeah. Glue. Lots of glue. Okay, I better put a little bit more glue on that. My scissors aren't dirty enough yet. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to put my lid on my glue. I'm amazed that that glue actually worked because I discovered, I'm just going to put you on hold here for a second because my puppy wants it. Okay, I'm back. And that was not my puppies wanting in. That was the boys coming back from their golfing. They had a 7 a.m. tea time. And apparently they need to go see if they can... They were attacked by mosquitoes. Well, not attacked, but eaten. You know what mosquitoes do. Apparently they're terrible. That's probably because we had all that heat and nobody was outside, so they had nothing to chow down on. Anyways, it's going to get noisy because they're back. But I have my window open, so you might hear some birds singing. I love listening to my birds. I call them my birds. If they come to my window and they sing for me, they're my birds. Okay. So there we have it. So now, that back that way, that way. That's going to go like that. No, this goes like this. There we go. That goes like that. And then this will be like this. Pretty little thing. So what I'm going to do now, off camera, is you could take and stitch this all, but I'm going to hand stitch. I'm going to hand stitch in here. So by the time I get to Craft and Chat, all the glue will be dry and I can hand stitch everything. And this is crooked again. Why are you crooked? I don't want you crooked. You look silly crooked. There. I think that's going to be better. I'm just getting persnickety now. No, not persnickety. I'm getting fussy. I'm just getting fussy. Fix that all in stitching. There. Oh, let it dry, so let it dry. There we go. Get over there. There. Anyways, that's what I did today. You could do this with, you wouldn't have to do it with paper or material. You could definitely do that with paper. You could do it with washi tape. You could do it with scraps of paper. So many different things that you can do. You can collage it. I think it'll be very pretty, and it'll be a nice tuck-in in a journal if I can keep it somewhat thin too, or if I make a card or whatever. Maybe I'm writing a letter to somebody and giving them a gift card. I don't know, but I thought it was a cute idea. So anyways, thanks for joining me today. Have yourselves an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.